Okay, hi there traders and welcome to Trade the Structure. So I'm just going to go through a couple of live trades that I did today on the Nikkei. So had a couple of wins and one loss. So we'll just talk through those now. Now I'm just I think it was the first trade there, so I just jumped in short. Okay, so we saw that you can see the push down, a couple of red candles from the open, and then that was into and through support, and then it sort of bounced back. So I was expecting a good little down day today, expecting it to start to sell off. Now I was right by the end of it, but the market actually had to flush out a few more sellers before it got going. So I did get short on that sort of first pullback, and I was looking for that to extend back down into the lows at the very least and see if it can push down lower. So we'll see how that goes. We'll just fast forward a bit and then we'll talk through more. Okay, so we just fast forwarded a bit. You can see on the bottom left corner, I'm just looking at the underlying index as well to see how that's going. And that looks like it's rolling. Look, at the moment, I look like I'm in a good position. You've got that lower high just coming to play, a couple of red candles. It's struggled to go higher. So I'm happy to stay short for now and just see if that can kick down a bit lower. Now, I think in a moment, I just start to put in the limit order just to, I like to have my stop in place and I can move that around as I go. And I also like to put the limit order in there, profit target, just to start to move around and see, if I want to edge out of some, take a partial exit. If I want to exit out a full, I'll just close it down and delete everything out. So you'll see in just a moment, I actually placed that limit order and it's about now. Here we go. So I'll just place that in and then yeah, I just try to see how this market's going. So it's really just about managing the expectations. The more information you get, the more you can sort of start to play around. Like I think I actually ended up closing this out because it didn't quite happen like I expected. It started to press down like you see now. Then I think it started to grind back up and it got back to about break even. Actually, I think it was a small loss at the start. Then I had another nibble at it, and I think it was another small loss. So we'll just fast forward to that now. Okay, you can see from here, it's not quite going in my favour. It started to press down, and I think that's where we left it before. Now I've just decided to close that out, call it a day, and reassess the action because I really thought that if it was going to go down, it was going to be quite hard and fast. You can have a deep pullback, and then we're going to go straight back down again. But instead, when you're looking at that support, to me, there's two things can happen. It's going to flush down, it's going to retrace a bit. You're going to get the first pullback you sell into, and it's just going to go on with it and continue. Or it's going to do pretty much like it did there. It's going to have a deeper pullback, come back and retest that support at a higher level, which it's just doing now, and then potentially start to run up. So I had these sort of factors in my mind when I was trading it. So I didn't want to keep that first trade just in case, when you get a deeper correction back up again, and then I have to recess it from there. So we'll just see how this plays out. I think I've got another trade short in a minute. So you can see here, it has popped up, but then we've got a couple of red candles, a green candle, and it's quite wicky on the top side. So for me, I'm looking at that going, okay, another lower high, we're going to have another nibble at the low side. Okay, on a move down, so I think it's about now, there you go, just gone short again for another 5. And then I think pretty much that was it. I got the low and it turned around and reversed on me. So you can see I've got higher lows holding and higher lows and lower highs. So it's sort of squeezing in. I'm trying to take something from the inside of the trade outside. So I'm trying to take it when it's getting some confirmation that it's in my favor, and then try to get that expand to the outside. Expand to the lows, expand to the highs. So I actually went short there. But instead, once I start to realize, you'll see in just a moment, it starts to kick up. Once I start to realize I'm the wrong side of the action, it's actually going to start to pop up off that support again. It's going to continue higher. Instead of closing, I just flip, okay? I've got, I think I did 10 long, so I was basically 5 short. I turn around and flip it and get straight away and get long, and then run that trade up there. So you'll see in just a moment, actually, I'm not sure where it is, but I decide to, look, that's, by about now, you can see I'm not on the right side there. It's starting to hold the higher lows and we're starting to work back up again. Okay, so what it's really done is just suck it in some more sellers, trap them, and then start to run up. So you really got to start to, as you're going, as you get more information, you've got to start to read that price action, all right, and then just see how it actually goes. So once you get a bit of a read, you get a better read, then, you trade it accordingly. So from now, I'm looking at that, go, well, I've just closed out my short and switched long in one hit. And then I know where my risk is, just below that that last recent high or low. And if it does go up, great. If it does go down, then I get stopped out. Okay, I've taken another hit. All right, so really, we're getting to that point now where I've had a couple of trades, 2 losses. They weren't big, any small losses because I got onto them pretty quick. And then you're just watching it to see how it goes from here. We'll finish it here. We'll fast forward it, and we'll see how that played out. Okay, you can see here it's actually kicked on, which is pretty good. It's above where I entered. I've got a limit order in there for a couple just to see if it does spike. But what I'm seeing is it actually did react off the previous lower high. So I'm still concerned that, yeah, this could easily, just because it's gone up and it's held the support, it doesn't mean that it can't make a double top and then start to pound it back down again. So I'm really just trying to manage, yeah, as you get the more information come through, you're just trying to manage it as you go. And you can see I'm constantly looking at that underlying index as well. All right, so I think there I just I got that 2 out, and then it's really just seeing if it does. You can see the bottom corner on the index. It looks like it's getting a bit extended. So, and that momentum, so that the trend is still down. So you're sort of trading pullback more than anything else. So I just took out I think another one there, and I think I'd close out the next couple in just a moment, just to call it a day. So actually, there you go. I just closed out one. So we still got 2 out of the 5 going. All right, so it's really just, okay, if I've had enough of it there, I'll call it a day, and then we'll close out the last remaining bit, and then yeah, we'll look for more opportunity. So I think all in all, there you go, just close the last bit. So all closed out. All in all, look, I had a couple of losses at the start, and then I made it back, plus a little bit more. So it wasn't a big day at all, you know, but that's what happens. You just got to manage each trade as it comes, and then just sort of manage your expectations as well. Okay, so I thought I'd show you the final outcome. You can see basically just in here is where the market opened, then popped up, smashed down. This is sort of the retracement we were talking about before. That was where I went long, and then it basically failed after that. So I think I was saying before, I was expecting it to go down. You can see this is what I post up into the Discord channel. You can see what I sort of expect to happen and how I want to attack it, okay, and what I'm looking for. Okay, so they're sort of different scenarios. You might expect something to pop up here, have a bit of a pullback, starts to run back up, you know, a decent push up off that low, then you'd be looking for a higher low. Starts to flush down through that low, you'd be looking for that retest from underneath and go short. Okay, so we're on a 1 minute chart. So this was the initial flush down that we spoke about. That was a retracement. I think my support was there. Okay, had a bit of a bounce back up, and then this is where I went short initially, and I think I went short again and flipped it to go long with this little push up here. Now it did go a bit further than where I got out, you know, on the long, but then it was rolling over. So I was watching it through here, and I was really just watching to see if this market would, what I wanted to see. I was looking for this. So this is kind of the action. All right, I was looking for a bit of a lower high. So I was looking for this kind of action. I wanted sort of a small pullback. Sorry, I pushed down, and then I wanted to see something like that, and then I would have expected that would really start to drive lower. Okay, and that's what I was looking for, but instead it just continued to go down. I didn't like this little flush straight back down, consolidate, and go again. So I stayed out, and that was about the time the Hang Seng opened. So I was sort of trading around the Hang Seng as well. So I think I only had 2 trades on the Hang Seng and nibble at it, and it did okay, nothing major. But yeah, that was the action for the Nikkei, and where the bulk of the trading was done this morning. So, like you said, it's good to plan out the trade, you know, what you want to see, what you expect to see in advance, and then it's good to just refer to that every now and then and really take note of your price action. So, like I said, this sort of pushed straight back down below support, which was like that, push through support. Okay, it made me think twice. I thought we're going to have a sell-off. As soon as it bounced straight back again, I know I did get short, but I had it in the back of my mind that if we start to grind back down into that support zone or around that support zone, there's a good chance that we're going to have a deeper correction back up and start to attack the opening highs, which we did. We did exactly that. Okay, it didn't mean that I had to change my overall view. It's just that I had to trade it accordingly. Instead of trying to get short, I got to realize that I was wrong, and I had to get long looking for that deeper pullback. And all that's doing is trying to squeeze out more sellers before it starts to pick a direction. Okay, and that's exactly how it played out. I just wasn't able to get onto that short a bit later on. All right, and that's probably my own fault. I could have got a bit more aggressive through here on that one candle there, but I don't like, you know, I don't like that one candle down consolidate. I'd rather see sort of a chopping around, easing in, and then an expansion down. Okay, it didn't play out that way for me today. So all in all, yeah, it was a positive day, and we'll see how we go tonight. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I want to speak to you again soon.